Good afternoon, morning, evening, or whenever you're watching this. As it looks like there are some rumors coming out that Victor Oladipo of the Indiana Pacers is on the trading block. Now, I totally understand this from the Indiana Pacers' point of view. It's on his last year of his deal. The last two seasons he played, this year he played less than 20 games at 19. Last year he played less than 40 at 36. So for 2 years he played less than 50 games. You're paying this man, I think 21, 28 million a season. Let me just double check. I know he's making pretty good here. Let me just double check. He's making a lot of money to not play a lot of basketball. And they were in the playoffs of this year as well, without him being really... They made the playoffs this year without him playing a lot. Let me look at the contract page here. Look at their payroll. Looked it up earlier. He's making... Yeah, he's going to making 21 million a season next year. Now that's not bad, but he's off the books as of next year. He's probably going to be getting a bit of a raise. He's been an All-NBA team player. But for someone paying $21 million a season and you not play more than 19 games in a year, not play more than 40, that's half the year that you're not playing. I mean, that's a hard investment. To put it in perspective, I don't go to work for half of my... if I work at a job for a year and I don't show up half the time, yeah, my job's going down, so fire me or move on. It's just common sense. I don't want to be rude and say you're going to be fired too, but if you don't show up for half the year, you're going to move on. Your boss is going to pull you into his office and be like, yeah, bye. You haven't been showing up in a while. Is there something wrong at your house? I mean, do you need some time off? Or he's going to be like, yo, you're fired, type thing, or they're moving you or doing something. You're not going to have a job if you're not there for half the amount of time. I think he's still a really good player. I can see him being traded. It's a bit of a risk because he does have some injury issues. However, I mean, he's a two-time All-Star, which isn't great, but he's been injured quite a bit. He's a two-time All-Star. He's 28. He's a little older, getting into his 30s. Maybe he can turn it around. I can see a team taking a run at it just because, well, next year his contract expires. So if he, for lack of a better word, shits the bed and doesn't play up to his expectation or be an all-star, it's like, well, we can cut ties with you. Things like that. And I think, me personally, I think Dallas will take a run at him, just because in Dallas you have Kristaps Porzingis, you have Luka Doncic. He doesn't have to be the main star. He has to be a piece and not a star. And with that one-year deal, it gives them that little bit of cap flexibility. It's going to be big because everyone and their mother is going to be going after Giannis next season, even teams that don't play basketball. He's never played a full season. The closest he came to a full season was 80 games, and that was his rookie year with Orlando. Ever since then, he's played less than 80 games. Not really good signs. Great player when he's on the court, but if he's not healthy and injured a lot, you can't really take those things through him. I also think the Phoenix Suns might take a run at him. Remember, the Suns were undefeated in the bubble. They didn't make the playoffs. I think the Suns, especially if you're a Suns fan, look, you're right here. We were so close. They might take a run at him. I mean, it's a bit of a risk, but once again, it's a one-year deal. So if he doesn't work out, he screws up, you move on. I even think Orlando might take a run at him because he's a guard, and Orlando does need guard help. Once again, same thing applies. If it doesn't work, going to move on. I really think he'd end up fitting in, say, Dallas. Once again, Dallas is going all in. He has a one-year deal, so if it doesn't work, you can cut ties. I think he might end up going with the Clippers. I think he might get traded straight out for Paul George. Maybe some salary caps there. Maybe, the Clippers go, hey, look, Paul George and Kawhi have an option next season. We'll bring you in. You're probably getting a new coach as well. We'll bring you in and we'll go on with you. We're going to try to maintain a relationship with Kawhi and Paul George. He's good defensively. He might be able to fit the Clippers team. I actually think he might actually end up going to the Raptors. Now, the reason I'm saying the Raptors is Masai Ujiri likes to take a risk. That was easy enough said with the Kawhi trade last year. Just going in all for it. I don't think Oladipo's the same level of Kawhi. However, they're known to take risks. It's going to be a risky deal if they bring him in. If they bring him in, great. I don't think he's staying in Indiana. I don't think there's any way you can make it work. Indiana's been in the playoffs the last 2 years without him playing a lot. So if I was the GM of Indiana, which I'm not, I would be like, we like Oladipo. We're paying him $21 million. He's not here. Let's try to get something out of him. I think a lot of teams won't even, I don't think Indiana will get what he's worth out of the deal in a perfect world, just because he's injured so much. I think they're going to trade him. I don't think he suits up even for a game as a Pacer next year. I don't know where he'd go. My bets are probably Orlando. He might go back to Orlando. Dallas makes sense. Dallas would make sense. The Clippers, I can kind of see taking a run on him. Maybe do it for 1 year. If it doesn't work, well, then it doesn't work. I can see the Suns taking a run at him, just because I think the Suns aren't. I don't think the Suns are as close to the playoffs as what the Suns fans think they are, but they were perfect in the bubble. You might go, hey, look, we're going to bring someone in. We'll run for it. I can see the Bucks going after him. If the Bucks don't keep Giannis, it's kind of in a really weird situation. He has that cap flexibility, and I can even see the Raptors going in, maybe as a separate option, maybe to give Pascal a little bit of wiggle room there. I don't think he's an upgrade from anyone on the Raptors, but I think I can kind of see that happening. The Raptors aren't really risk avoidance. They kind of lean into risk, or they have last year when they went after Kawhi and Danny Green. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Social media things are under new. Hit that bell button if you want to get notified. I can't see Victor Oladipo sticking around as an Indiana Pacer, but in the comments, let me know what you think. You all have a great day, and talk to you again soon. Bye.